Today, people will have you believe that you need all these tiny objects, that you need all these tools, all these things in order to be successful in business. Hi, my name is Carlos David, and this is the Business Trap. Today, we're going to talk about why you don't need all these tools, you don't need all these shiny objects in order to be successful in business. I started my business when I was 22 years old, our first business, and we did not have shiny objects. We did not have the best equipment. We did not have the best facility. We started a business because we wanted to be successful. And that success laid off started with just used equipment. It started with hard work, putting it into the business. And eventually we got shiny objects. Eventually we got great equipment. Eventually we got to where we are right now, where we can afford this shiny objects, and we can afford all these other things that maybe people will have you believe that you need in business. The first thing that you need in business is determination and perseverance. I think with that, you can make anything happen. In today's society, we're brought up to believe that, without the latest Apple laptop, you're not going to be able to do your job correctly. You're not going to be able to run a business correctly. Well, if that's if that's what you're taught to believe, and now you go and you want to start a business, and you find out that the laptop costs $2,000 by itself without any programs, and then you find out that there are all these subscriptions that you need in order to run your business. There's subscriptions that can run you up to $3,000 a month, like HubSpot, CRM management, and other subscriptions that before you start the business, before you make your first dollar, you're gonna be spending $3, $4, $5,000 a month. So therefore, your business is not even gonna get off the ground. Well, those are all myths, and those are all beliefs that people have because they see a business that is already established, and they see a business that has already years of accumulation of assets and accumulation of wealth, and they could afford to spend money on these things. And you got to also keep in mind that the laptops is going to be in the business for years to come. So the first thing you need to do is to get started. So this trap is something that a lot of people fall into, especially if they're on the younger side of the generation, because all the businesses now have the latest equipment. In our Tropical Juice Bar franchise, we started very humbly, but now we have the assets to back up our franchisees into getting the nicest equipment that you need in order to do the job effectively. But there's also ways to get around that so that you don't have to pay for all the equipment out of pocket. It's called equipment financing. And it's something that a lot of manufacturers will do if they know that you're having a business and your business is going to pay for that equipment with the sales that you're making. So if you're going into the business and you're going into a business that is a proven model franchise, then most of the time you're going to get loaned up to 50, maybe 60% of the value of the equipment. That means that you're only going to have to pay up 30, 40% of that equipment in order to have that equipment and start using it. And eventually with money from sales, you'll be able to pay off the equipment. But if you're starting a business and your business is not that of a proven model, is that I would like to call the hard knock life of business. Is when you're gonna fall and learn from your mistakes. Then the best thing you could do is start with what you have. If you have a smartphone like I do right now recording this podcast, I will start with that smartphone. If you have a laptop, whatever laptop that is, start with that laptop. If you have pen and paper, hey, even better. Years ago, they didn't have all this fancy equipment, all these softwares, and business still managed to get ahead. Businesses still managed to be successful. Now, as you have a couple months, years into the business, you might want to consider investing into better equipment, into equipment that are going to help the business either save money or increase efficiencies. Now, those are good and worthwhile investments that you can do, that they're actually going to bring a value to your business, and they're going to increase the bottom line, which is the profits of your business. So if you guys found value in this video, comment below. I wonder what you think. What's your opinion about a business? Should a business, even if you're just starting out, you have not a proven record in business, should you start with a fancy equipment? Should you start with the latest Apple's computer, the most expensive, or should you progress little by little? Because it's two different mentalities, right? So comment below if you guys have any questions. I'll be happy to answer and to give you guys any knowledge. My team is out today, so it's just me, but we're here for you in the Business Trap to teach you everything you need to know to be successful in your business and to go ahead and make the leap to starting your own venture.